Hi, and welcome to ASI Chicago. Hi, we're joined by Tom Searcy, who just gave a keynote address at our ASI Chicago show, and Tom gave a talk about how to reel in the really big client. So, Tom, give us some tips on how to do that successfully.
Well, the first thing is you got to hunt less, which means you have to be really specific and really careful about what you go after out in the marketplace, because you can waste an awful lot of time with a large account. So you really need to know what you want. Second thing is that you got to hunt as a team. You've got to bring that supplier-distributor relationship together and bring it as a value to your end client. And third, you got to talk in their language. Their language is not about price or product or even about service. It's actually about time, money, and risk. If you focus on those areas, you're going to land a lot more of the really, really big opportunities. Let
me ask you this. How much of it is strategy compared to how much of it is confidence?
You know, that's a great question. I think the thing about it is that, you know, your confidence is fueled by your strategy. Okay. If you have a good, solid strategy, you've thought through all the things that you're going to really approach and really are focused on their business issues, the client's business issues, then I think your confidence goes way up. And, of course, at that point, once you have that confidence that you're really focused on the right thing, you can guide them, you can lead them, you can even challenge that prospect and say, when they're making statements and assumptions, you can push back on them because you've got a strong strategy. It gives you the confidence.
How about RFPs? Give us some tips on putting them together successfully.
Well, I gotta be honest.
You don't like them.
Oh, I gotta be honest. I wrote the book called RFPs Suck, so you're kind of know. But the rest of the title says, look, this is how to master that system to land big deals. Again, go back to the idea of answer less RFPs, not more. Here's a couple key indicators. If you don't know anybody inside of that company, if you've never done business with that particular company, and if you don't have access to any unique information about that RFP, don't answer it. If you do have information about that company, or you've done business with them before, you've got a person who's you're relying on inside of that company, then make certain that everywhere in the RFP, your key benefit is written in there. You know, we've got this belief that people actually read the full RFP. Nobody reads the full RFP response. They only read their sections. The finance guy reads the finance, and et cetera. But your company has benefits that everybody needs to hear about. So write them over and over again in different ways all the way through the RFP so that everyone inside of that company that's put out the RFP gets to hear what you're bringing to the table.
Let me close by asking a question about something I've been talking to lots of people about this week, social media. How does that get involved in this process as far as reeling in the really big client?
You know, social media gives a lot of kind of what I would call the discrete information, the background information about who's in the organization, where do they come from, what's their backgrounds, so through LinkedIn or Facebook, you can find out all sorts of connections to people. And we know in the end, people make the decisions. So you want to know who's the team that's making the decision and what's their background. Social media gives you a chance to do that.
Okay. Tom Searcy, some great advice. Thank you very much. And thank you, as always, for watching ASI TV.